Hey, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to chat about the books I'm planning to read in March. March is an exciting month for me. First of all, it's my birthday month, so that's exciting, but also it is Middlegrademarch, which is a month-long readathon that has been going on for quite a few years now, and I have always participated because I like to read middle grade. So yeah, my TBR is partially made up of books for Middlegrademarch, and then I have a couple other things on the list, so let's dive in. So first I'll talk about the books that I want to read for Middlegrademarch. Like I said, it's a month-long readathon that has 3 hosts, and there's stuff that goes on YouTube and Instagram. So we have Katie from Life Between Words. She's mostly over on Instagram these days, but then we also have Krista from Books and Jams, and also Amanda from The Curly Reader. So basically the whole premise of Middlegrademarch is to just read middle grade books in the month of March. And so that's what I hope to do. There are some prompts to kind of guide your reading, and I am going to be using those prompts and then there's also a group read, which I'm also going to take part in. So the first one I'll talk about is the group read because it's actually going to cover a couple of prompts for me as well. And I don't have a physical copy. I'm actually waiting to get it from the library. But the group read from Middlegrademarch this year is called A Rover Story by Jasmine Warga. And this one is going to also fulfill the prompt for me to read a sci-fi dystopian / apocalyptic book because this is definitely a sci-fi book. It is about a rover, a Mars rover named Resilience, I believe is its name. And the story is told, I believe, from the perspective of this rover. And it basically is being built to go, explore Mars, but it also is starting to develop human-like traits and emotions and feelings. So it sounds kind of interesting and kind of fun. I actually read, last year I read a book by Jasmine Warga for Middlegrademarch. I read Other Words for Home, and I really enjoyed that. So I definitely, when I saw that this book was by her, I decided I definitely wanted to read it. The next book I'm going to read for Middlegrademarch is going to fulfill 2 prompts for me. The 2 prompts that it's fulfilling is to read a book with sky or sea on the cover, and also to read a book with a neurodiverse character. So I'm going to be reading Planet Earth is Blue by Nicole Pantalikos. And this one, it has a sky on the cover. And one of the main characters, Nova, in this book is autistic. So this one is about Nova and her sister Bridget. It takes place in the 80s before the Challenger launch was set to happen. And Nova and Bridget are really into astronomy. They're really excited about this launch. And something happens though where they are separated and are in foster care and are in different foster homes. And they're trying to get in contact with each other because they want to get together to see the Challenger launch together. So it sounds like it's going to be really good. I've heard really good things about this, and that's why I wanted the book in the first place. So yeah, I will be reading this one for Middlegrademarch. And then the last book I'm going to read for the prompts for Middlegrademarch, which I also forgot to mention, A Rover Story actually is also going to fulfill published in the last year. I forgot to mention that. It was published in 2022. So that one's actually, so that one is the group read, and those are and then the 2 prompts it's doing for me is the sci-fi dystopian apocalyptic book and published in the last year. So anyways, but now the last one is to read a book that is an award-winning book, but not a Newbery winner. So I decided to go with Wish Tree by Katherine Applegate for 2 reasons. One, because this is actually one of my revisit remix books that I have to read this year or I have to get rid of it. And I purposely was saving it for Middlegrademarch. So I would have read it regardless, but I'm excited that it actually is fulfilling a prompt for me as well. The prompt, like I said, is an award winner that wasn't Newbery, and this book won the Texas Bluebonnet Award for 2019-2020, which is a really cool award because it is one where the kids vote for their favorite book, and so the kids chose this one. So that's like makes it even cooler, I think. But basically it's a book about a tree, and the book is told from the perspective of that tree, and that's all I really know about it. I love this cover. It's one of my favorite covers. I just think it's so pretty. And I've read other Katherine Applegate books and have enjoyed them, so I'm excited to check this one out. So I'm going to be reading a lot of middle grade in March because I think even if I have any extra time when I get through like what's on my TBR, if I have extra time, I'm going to try to focus on reading middle grade books. But I do have some other books on my TBR that are not middle grade. And the first one is Hearts in Atlantis by Stephen King. As you guys know, I have a goal this year to read 5 new to me Stephen King books. And so this is the first one up on the list. And this one is a collection of, I think it's 5 like novellas, short stories that are all interconnected, and they deal with the Vietnam War in like the 1960s in general, which is interesting to me because the 1960s is like a very, it's a period of time that I really love to read about and to like watch documentaries about and like everything. I just love that era. And so, and I haven't read a lot of fiction dealing with the Vietnam War. So I think that this is going to be pretty good. I'm planning on listening to this one on audio via script, but I'm not sure who the narrator is. It might be Stephen King, I'm not sure. But yeah, I will let you guys know what I thought of this one. And then next up, I'm planning to read on my Kindle because you know I'm doing a Kindle pick every month. And this month I chose Frenzied by Brandon Massey. And this is a suspense thriller, but it also sounds like it might maybe have some horror elements to it because it's about this community like either like near Atlanta, in the Atlanta area, this neighborhood where some weird stuff starts happening and people are randomly having these sort of fits of just utter rage and doing very violent things, and they start to think that maybe it's some sort of like virus. And so then that area is like quarantined off, and there's this police officer who has to kind of sort through it all and try to make sense of the chaos. So it just sounds really cool. It's one that I've had on my Kindle for a while, so I'm looking forward to reading it. And then the last book I'm putting on my TBR for March is for the Buzzword Reading Challenge, and the buzzword is secret or secrets. So I went with a book where there is the word secrets in the subtitle. I have to pull it up again because I don't remember what the the entirety of the subtitle is, but it is called Dear Girls, Intimate Tales, Untold Secrets, and Advice for Living Your Best Life by Ali Wong. So this is a memoir of sorts by Ali Wong, who is a comedian that I really enjoy. I have actually seen her live. She came to Detroit, it was probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, and it was a great time. She's super funny. I love her humor. And so this is a book where she is writing in a series of letters to her 2 daughters, just basically about living life. And I, of course, am really excited about it because, like I said, I love Ali Wong. So, and it's going to fulfill the Buzzword Reading Challenge this month. So I'm excited to check it out. All right, I think that is it for my March TBR. I will link down below all the info for Middlegrademarch if you're interested in taking part, because I know they're probably going to do like reading sprints and live shows and things. So yeah, I'm excited to take part again in Middlegrademarch, and I'm excited about all the books that I'm going to be reading. So let me know down below what you are planning to read in March, because I would love to know what everybody's going to read. And that's it. I hope you guys have a great month, and I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.